I don't hear. All right, everybody, you guys know what it is, but where's my beat at, Chris? Where's my beat at? There you go, big guy. No, man, like I did. This is already the second time. This is deja vu. I never killed the call waiting on this, huh, Chris? It's gonna keep. It's all right. It's all right. So we were actually recording. You know, you can pop out the chat, Chris. Watch. Go pop out the chat and put it over here. Or actually, new pop out chat should work. Yeah, the new one. That one should show. And then you're gonna get the pop out chat on the other thing. Watch. Pop out chat on the no, you're good. Pop out chat on the YouTube one. Go to the actual YouTube and then pop the chat out. Get the URL and put it in that one. So while Chris is doing all that, guys, we were down since there's a heat wave out here in North Hollywood. The Wi-Fi was out on Spectrum. I called them. They were gonna give me credit if it went down for 4 hours, but apparently, damn it, I'm not getting my credit today, Chris. So I gotta pay some bills. Let's see. So now we're trying to get the. We're gonna go to browser, no? Well, it should be that. Yeah, it's pop-up chat. No, the pop-up chat should be it. And then click it. Properties. No property. Oh, maybe, yeah, right there. I think you can't put a URL on that one? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it should. Well, then try the other one, because it should. Try a new chat, maybe. Yeah, new chat. Do that one. Now we can. There it is. There it is, Chris. That's right there, no? It's right there. It's right there already.
God, figuring all this stuff out.
No, that's a new one. I think that's a new one. It's already. You just gotta enlarge it now.
That's why I don't play video.
Everything they're saying.
Oh no. Yeah, something's up with it. Well, they. Oh, maybe the size, huh? Oh, you guys don't know? Well, yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, 1900 by 200, I think is what it was. No, not 1900. Let's see. Let's try that, Chris. We'll try that real quick. Yeah, we're over here experimenting. Just leave it like that and see what happens. There you go. Let's get a little bigger, a little better. And then what you're gonna do too, you're gonna put a filter, and you're gonna put See, we're schooling you guys too on the YouTube Yarda. Make it a little bigger, huh, Chris?
Is the homie Jay Solano on there?
No, I think it should be more than 1900, because the 600 is the height, so it should be like 2200 or something. How big do you want? 2200, Holmes. Give it to me big, Chris. Give it to me big.
That's what she said. Yeah, that's Jay. Shout out to Jay Solano.
Yep.
There it is.
Damn.
And then go to the property on that, and you could make it fade into the background. See, Chris, we're doing something. Should be a filter. No, it's not gonna be on that. It's gonna be on when you click it and go to the main thing. You'll see. Click it, right click. You know what I'm talking about? No, but it should be on that. When you right click and it should pop up all that. There you go. It should be blending mode. See, I came in earlier today to figure that out. Screen.
Oh, that's the
Woo, look at that, Mr. Chris.
Sexy.
What you think? What you think, Chris?
I like it.
I like it, right? All right, people, there you go. The Cali Mac is in the building. So I got to give a big shout out to Mr. Kimo Savi. I don't know how in the hell he knew we were going, but Kimo Savi actually called us.
That's crazy. He got through.
He got through while we were recording. I forgot to put that phone on silent mode. He got through, and Kimo Savi, this show's for you, homeboy. So the other show, I'm going to put part of it on members only. We're talking about how Mohawk Matt,
Here we go.
that is making love to giraffes. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
He did.
No,
say,
what
he
I
did.
said was-
He literally said that, right?
What had happened was.
I don't know how you.
What
can
had
clean that up,
happened
Holmes.
was. I said I identify in my pronouns as a giraffe.
No.
I said
You
giraffe.
You said you can't. What did he say?
I'm a majestic creature.
He said, you can't judge people.
No, what
if
I
they wanna
no,
have
that's
sex with
that is
animals.
that's
No.
not at all what I
What
said.
animal would you choose?
What I said was nobody cares about gay. If you're gay, nobody cares.
Nobody-
I don't
and
care.
then
I'm
you-
not
oh,
against it.
and then you said-
What I said was if you want to have, I was being funny. If you want to have sex with an animal, I don't care what you do. If you're an adult, do whatever you want to do. Leave the kids out.
And then we said, what kind of animal would you have sex with?
Obviously a giraffe. I mean, if I could get that up in that fucking ass, that's a pretty tall piece of ass. You know, something sexy about them spots, dude.
Oh man! Oh,
Can't
imagine
you just picture rubbing its ears and shit?
Oh yeah! I could just picture Mohawk Matt on a good one getting head from a giraffe.
Hey, if you caught Mohawk Matt on a sick one, bro, I'll be pulling a cart dressed like a fucking Pokemon character on Sepulveda.
Why they hate American Cholo with this kind of guest? They can't touch you, carnal. They hate us because they ain't us, homie. That's what it is, player. They hate us because they ain't us. We everywhere, fool. We put in work.
Everywhere.
We over here, yeah. So Mohawk.
I chose a giraffe as my spirit animal.
Damn.
A Sepulveda giraffe at that.
Hey, why? Why are people?
Sepulveda and Sherman Way giraffe.
Hey, why are people like on the internet such habitual liars, bro? Can we get into that a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why are people on the internet and they get exposed all the time? They're so busy trying to expose other people that they get exposed. And I see some stuff and I'm like, bro, why are you even out there putting yourself out there? Are they like are they just lying to themselves in the head, or what's going on?
I think it's ego. A lot of people have that's one of my problems with the recovery program. It's kind of why I pulled back on going to those meetings. So many people are obsessed with themselves, hearing themselves talk. They start to believe their own lies.
Right. Yes.
And yes, they say these things so much, and then the internet is, unfortunately,
Pick that chat up a little bit, Chris.
places like YouTube and the internet have given any idiot with a microphone and an account the ability to believe and say the lies he thinks are true.
Right. Yes.
The biggest thing I've come across lately is you get a lot of these white boys that have these YouTube. I do. That was good. There's a lot of these white boys on YouTube that have these channels based around, I want to confront sex offenders. Watch. Let me see if you guys catch what I'm about to say. I was in the yard with a sex offender. We gave it to him. And my first thing is, you were on a yard with one? What were you doing close to one?
Oh, you know,
because they don't
put
most of us near them.
I've been meaning
my first, and I get these guys have these channels built up, and they're always from like Iowa, Utah. I was on the yard with a sex offender. We gave it to him.
I've been meaning to ask you about that. You're the guy I mean to ask about that one guy that's in there. Everybody up.
I'll make you my bitch.
You were there for a long time, homie.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
Who's he talking about?
I'm not gonna say it.
Is it West?
I'm not gonna say it. I didn't say it.
Yeah. I mean, he's making big money. He is the poster child of somebody who comes in here, tells some crazy stories. But the thing is, he's got that look, is what it is. He's got that cut up look.
He's wearing Gucci, homie, and Nike Jordans. He's not.
So is every gangster in the streets nowadays,
Yeah,
bro.
you're
It's
right.
sad to say. But he's the one that kind of inspired a lot of people to fucking sit there and, you know.
He's made a great living off of it.
I'm going to give him this. He's really good with talking about staying sober and motivational speaking. On that angle, you can't argue.
Well, he's entertaining.
But it's what he used to build himself to get to that is questionable.
Of course. So what do you think? Have you ever ran into anybody like Wes in the Pinta homeboy that was just fucking...
Yeah, well, I mean, I believe it was Sad If is when he was there when they stomped him out. Like he got the brakes beat off him.
Oh, Big Wesley?
Yeah.
What do you mean that fool took on 10 men by himself, carnal?
Yeah. I've never heard of anybody taking on 10 men. Physically impossible.
First of all, you know damn well in the prison, if you fight one car, you're fighting at least 4 of the homies. It doesn't matter if you're white or Mexican.
It doesn't matter.
It's not going to happen. So that's
the whole
not true.
thing's going to be over in a space of 10 seconds.
I'll go 20. 20's a long one. 20 seconds before the gunner gets off.
But like I saw like some of his build up. It's just it's pure entertainment.
That's
like
a great way to put it.
It's pure entertainment, and he's benefited off it. But
and again, when your subscribers are 9, 7, and 10 out of a lot of these people that subscribe to these channels that want to get their California gangbanger, prison, Southside, or Peckerwood fix, none of them are from California.
Right.
All of them are from Utah, Idaho, Des Moines, fucking anywhere, Kentucky.
What's a genre that's
because it's a genre. So you get a lot.
Yeah.
So it's easy for someone like that to sell this character to them because they don't know the ins and outs of our system. If you know the ins and outs of our system, you can easily look at some of his videos if you go back and be like, wait a minute, that photo's taken in a dorm. High power inmates are never in a dorm, nor would we ever see a dorm. Number 2, we're not sent out of state. Level 4 inmates are never sent out of state. You're only eligible to go out of state if you've done low minimum crimes. Your points have to be low. Your gang affiliations have to be low.
I think that people, he would use in, you know, he's got a good following. He was, you're just hating on him. And it wasn't that hate. To me, it was this. It was like almost, what's that when you steal honor when you're trying to say you were a Marine and you weren't? what's it called, Chris? You know what I'm talking about? What, come on, people. Somebody in the comment section, give it to me, man.
Not a perpetrator,
Well, it is, but there's a certain
a charlatan.
A charlatan.
there is a certain thing when people put the fake suit on and has to act like they're Marines and they really have never been there. Stolen
Identity.
No, valor. I think it's
stolen valor.
I think that's what it's called.
So you're stealing someone
You're
else's
standing on the
identity.
shoulders of somebody else.
Yes.
But in that case, it's a group. It's not just himself. Correct?
And at the end of the day, he's like yelling into a camera like you're not, in prison, you're there. You're alone. It's you. There's nobody around you. It's you yourself. You're sober. There's no substances. So that's really going to define your character right there.
Yeah.
I promise there was nowhere in prison.
Stolen valor. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Stolen valor. Stolen valor. There you
Stolen,
go. Let me ask you, since you did so much time in the joint, dude. Did you feel any certain way when you very, very first saw that guy, or were you like, oh, all right, that's cool?
No, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, it's entertainment. He's making a living out of it. People,
He's making a great living out of
he
it, bro.
is,
Yeah. More power to him. More power to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what kind of motivational speaker. He's more.
I can say this though.
He's more like Debo. Somebody to bitch it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I immediately identify, like I can immediately see it. It's bullshit. It's nonsense.
Well,
like
one of
I
the
know
thi-
you're screaming. I know it's nonsense.
One
It's
of the
Bill
things
talking
that
about
offended a lot of us who
Right.
have done time, he posted the sign language that we use in the shoe. Now, some of you know, some of you don't. A lot of that's altered. We put our own variation on certain signs and stuff. We have our own. Some of us have our own signatures, and for you to post that and it was a hand drawn thing from like someone in the joint. That's why would you do that? Why does America like? I got sober and changed my life, but I also still respect my homeboys and my brothers that are doing time. I have to respect the people that are still gangbanging because that's their choice, and I'm never going to betray them. They have a right to live that life, and my homeboys that are never coming home have a right to have what they do secured. You don't need to be telling the media how we smuggle dope into jail. Why would you do that?
Right, and that.
Why would you tell them how we communicate in the secured housing unit? That's a secret for all the different races.
Yeah, he would show where, and a lot of these guys.
That's not okay.
Where they stash their phones, where they.
Yeah, you don't need to be altering someone's routine or that. Like that's all they have, dog. So, and if you don't think that ISU, if you don't know ISU
watching.
squad, they're all watching.
They're
They're watching everything nowadays. That's just disrespectful to the game.
But that was the beginning also of politics on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
You literally got guys now like politicking like a
Yeah.
motherfucker, talking about riots and this guy got stabbed, and it's almost like a TMZ for the penitentiary nowadays. And I think instead of helping, it's actually making it worse because you're pumping people up, and people in prison have phones, and they're like, "Oh, this was saying this."
They're all watching.
This car saying this, and it's pumping up. When you were in there, did you before you parole? Did you guys even know about YouTube and all the stuff that's going on as far as the politics stuff yet, or not yet?
Like I was familiar with YouTube. I didn't know the depth of like the politics and all that, but no, I had no idea. But like every day, like when I wake up after I get settled in, whatever, like I'll go through my feed. Like, yeah, it's insane.
It's nuts, right?
It's crazy. It's crazy. All the channels, they'll take little pieces, they'll clip it, they'll play it, and it's pure entertainment. It's like the wild, wild west. It's nuts. It's nuts. And anything positive, anything productive, anything
it's hard to get off the
progressive,
ground.
it's hard to get off the ground. And a lot of these channels acknowledge it, you know?
Yeah. The positivity, it's hard. If like even these kind of videos we do, it's hard to get views off them. If I sat there and said F you and whoop whoop whoop, or F this guy, then the numbers start going up, man. So it's almost like the street life, man. The person who's acting a fool is gonna get the more attention.
Yeah, and that's why I make it a point. People don't like it, but I'm not going to talk too much about prison. I've been to prison a long time. I'm not going to tell you details and stuff like that. I'll tell you something funny we did.
But
I'm
it's short-lived too.
Yeah.
What these people are building with these like BS podcasts, it's built on sand. It's not gonna go nowhere. There's no longevity.
Built on sand. That's
there's
great.
there's no meaning behind it.
Yeah.
You know how
short-lived.
You know how I hear it? It's like when I was in jail, then man, I've heard that story already. Oh, you boned this chick, or you partied here, or you
I've heard.
Oh,
all
you
that.
went this.
I got 6 baby mamas. I got a Lincoln at home, and my girl driving an Escalade. Yet, can I borrow a soup? What, homie? That's this individual to it in jail. Got 7 Hummers, but please, can I have the packet that comes in the ramen to make a hot water soup?
It's the same old story. It's
my squares in my pool.
Selling football pool. That was the worst hustle in jail.
Played out after a while.
God, that was the worst.
And I think you're kind of seeing that on
Yeah.
the air because there's only so much you can sit there and keep talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't. come to my door asking me to play football pool. I used to hate that hustle. No, I'm not giving you a soup to play football pool.
Talk about something besides hating on fools. You see what I'm talking about? When you speak on certain stuff, now you're hating on fools, man. That's how the thing works. I mean, and then speaking on the penitentiary guy, so we'll talk about something.
I don't feel that's hating. I feel like we're making observations based off experience.
Of
and if you think,
course,
and whoever that was, if you think it's hating, like, I mean, you're welcome to watch any other channel. You don't have to listen to us.
Yeah, no,
I'm not hating. We make an observation based off experience.
I mean, I made my decision based off watching a bunch of his clips.
And my friend actually saw him live in the joint, so it's not like I'm not just running my mouth on an empty cup of apple juice.
Right.
So
yesterday I was on a live by myself, right? And some guy calls and says, "Hey, Gil, you ever done state time?" I said, "Nah, I've only done YA time." And her, "All right, enough said." And hangs up. Like,
you know how hard YA is? I thank the Lord Almighty. Like, YA is so dangerous.
At this stage of life, there is nothing cool about being in prison.
Yeah.
About being in, like, the greatest compliment I got the other day was from one of my coworkers. I was talking to someone, and they referenced the fact of me doing 29 years. And this person said, "I had no idea you were in prison." Like, that was the greatest compliment I can get.
yeah, that's I can see that, brother.
You know?
And guys, and I had a phone call. Guys like, I don't know why people do it. I said, sometimes that's all they got. Sometimes that's all they got, and they want to hate on the next man.
Yeah.
And you never bring the joint, but like I said, it's a pecking order, because then they'll be like, "Oh, you went to the joint? Where'd you go? Oh, you only went to a level 2 yard. I was at level 3." Then somebody tells the guy from level 3, "Oh, I was at level 4."
That's what I used to think.
Yeah.
When I was in the shoe, I used to be like, all the homies out on even the 4, the 1As, to be like, "Those are mainline babies."
Yeah.
They've been out there for like a year, and then when I'm out there, I'm like, "Oh, them fools from 270, like,
Yeah.
they're not even active." And I hit 270, like, "Oh, them 3-yard fools, they laid it down." Like,
Yeah.
No matter what, you always
It's
like,
the pecking order.
Yeah.
My ex-wife used to tell me that too. She'd be like, "You just talk about prison all the time. Like, just there's more to you than that.
There's more to
Stop."
life than that, brother.
And it's true. It's true.
Because we all know when you're in there, you don't want to be in there, especially in today's prison era, brother. Nobody wants to be in there. Nowadays, prison is prison, homie.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, fellas, is when we come home, we get a YouTube show about all the stuff we did not do when we were in the joint.
And talk about it.
Yeah, and talk about it. And yell at you while we do it.
Now, to me, it's this. If you want to have like a prison genre and you want to like interview guys and have a positive thing, I could see that, bro. I could see like people having certain channels and doing it. Yeah. But when you're talking about politics, and you know damn well if you were still living in the neighborhood and to me, you're double dipping. You chose to walk away, and I got no problem with people walking away. But if you're gonna walk away correctly. Walk away with some.
Don't pretend that you're hard and do that when people aren't looking.
Right. So.
It's like the thing I just said this on another show with the Bible. Should you choose to pick up the Bible, we'll in the joint or on the street, we'll respect it.
Yes.
Don't put the Bible down.
Yeah, exactly.
If you chose that route, we will respect it full force. But when you put that Bible down, just know that we're going to be right here waiting.
Yeah.
You don't get to come back to the hood after that
that's
point.
probably like one of the oldest reglas ever. Like that,
right?
That one goes way
right.
back. You hear stories way back.
All of a sudden, right in the middle of a yard, Jesus just touched me. Right, riots kicking off. We got 90 blacks over here. There's 60 homies and 4 whites. Those are good numbers, by the way. And then fucking Chuco and fucking, I don't know, fucking dump diver Dan. I found the Lord.
Yeah.
Right at that moment. Well, praise Jesus, brothers.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. We could have used you. Now the whites got 3. We just lost dumpster diver Dan. You guys lost Chuco.
Dumpster diver.
Fuck. Or tire iron. It's always something weird.
Dumpster diver Dan like about 6 months later in a yard trying to get
dumpster divers down trying to get hey, can I borrow your outfit?
Yeah.
Can I borrow your binky? I'll clean it up, dog. I got 4 papers. I'll break you off one. What happened to the Bible, Dan? Good Lord, Dan.
But
the Lord left already, huh?
And that is what gave a lot of guys that are that are preaching the word of the Lord a bad rep, because a lot of times you would. I would be hanging in the hood. I'm a young guy. I'm seeing older homies, and at that time, older homies was probably like 30-something to me. I'm like 16 years old, and I'm seeing them. Hey, homie, give me the whole rundown. Give me the whole church thing, and I'm like, you're 16. You're like, yeah, I'm just trying to get away from this guy. Yeah. And this was about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the hood, right? So we're just chilling. About midnight kicks in. We're back of an apartment somewhere. The fuck? I see this wall smacked out.
Yeah. Oh, it happens. Come on.
He got the Bible next to him, and he's all that.
I sinned, brother. And then when you see the next day, he's like, brother, forgive me. I sinned. Shut your ass up, homie.
And that's what gave a lot of homies a bad look. But I can say now that it's changed a lot. A lot of these guys that are out there, especially the Victory Outreach, dude. I got nothing but love and respect for
I
those guys.
well, I
you
mean,
see what those guys
we've
do.
been
big
close
time,
to them
big
lately,
time.
so I have to say I love because I have a hard time with some of those like my battle with that harm reduction.
Right.
These are nonprofits that are claiming
Yes.
to society, send us your money, we're doing good. You're actually not. You're doing no good. I can say firsthand, I've been with Victory Outreach, and they're doing great.
They're doing great. They're,
Great.
They're definitely the soldiers of
Those
of
people
The,
showed up and set up our tents, our chairs, asked if we wanted water.
brother, they're
Man.
great, brother.
Wow,
They-
great.
They've had a bad rep from prior things, but this ain't the '90s, homie. This ain't
Yeah.
the '90s anymore. And Pastor Ray and the Victory Outreach, especially the ones in North Hollywood that I deal with
Yeah.
all the time. You see him, dude.
Bro, I met Blinky. Shout out to Blinky.
Oh,
Big
Blinky
dog. Man.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Blinky, my boy.
Yeah.
Man,
He
pleasure.
Was at the softball game
Yeah.
on Sunday over here with us. Man, he was,
Oh,
they were-
man.
Man,
I saw that.
I had a
Yeah.
great 40-minute conversation.
No, Blink is a great guy, brother.
Great guy.
Blink
Yeah.
is a great guy. He's been
Great
out here
guy.
doing it for many years, ever since his son got killed. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
And that
Dude,
that,
he told me that story.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, that was
Dude.
that was legend out here.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
everybody heard about
All
that.
the way back to the Jaws from Somfed era.
Jaws from Stomford, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blinky also had the
boxing ring.
the boxing ring with the kickboxing and
Yeah.
Van Nuys, and no,
Yeah.
he's that guy has been a staple out here in
Yeah.
the valley forever, man. And he's definitely another one doing God's
Yeah.
work, man.
Yep.
So electric cars, man. Just to go a little switch it off a little bit.
Oh, man.
How were we gonna go to electric cars if we can't even keep the Wi-Fi on because there's not enough juice in the? That's what I was thinking.
I
right
think
now.
you're on a watch list. Newsom has you on a watch list. Hey, I can guarantee you. Hey, your ass ain't
only
getting no
building in
electric
North
car.
Hollywood.
This is the only building in the San Fernando Valley 4 mountain radius that gets
Yeah.
no Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, how are they gonna put an electric car?
Is that really happening? First of all, is that true? Or they're supposedly in so many years?
It's
they're
2035, I believe it is.
what's going to happen to everybody that can't afford one and has all the cars with gas?
Oh, all the new cars from 2035 are gonna end up.
Here's the other question. Do you realize that there is a gas station on almost every four-cornered, for the most part,
Yes,
on a four-corner radius of every major intersection? What are they going to do with all those gas stations?
they're gonna make them.
They're going to make them go under?
But
Oh,
the
plugs.
plugs are not quick enough, man.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
How long does it take?
I think the quick ones are like how long are they, Chris? Hour and a half? You?
My,
Half an
my,
hour?
my fear
For
is
full charge?
you can't go that far. What if I want to go to Vegas? Are they going to
80%?
go put charging stations halfway to Vegas and then like every
Oh, it's gonna be a mess. People run out of gas all the time. So
That's
running,
like the
imagine-
same as my iPhone.
running,
About a half hour. to
running
get
out of
80%.
electricity,
Yeah.
or going through the desert.
Can you imagine?
But that's not even it. The power grid can't even make it, dude.
No.
The
That's
power-
going to overload the power grid.
They can't keep up with the power grid right now with all the apartments that are going up, with all the new development. They can't keep up with the electricity. And the thing with electricity is most of the power comes from coal.
Yeah.
They're burning coal to make electricity. The solar panels ain't. I mean, I'm all for solar panels. I got solar panels in my
I know,
house.
I wish I had 'em. I wish I had 'em.
I'm all for solar
Yeah.
panel. I'm all for solar power. But I think to regulate it and just make it, I think it's just a power play by
Yeah, I
electric
think it's,
cars.
I don't think it's fair for them
Lobbyists.
to make it mandatory. I think we should have a choice.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I
Because think about this. What about all of our homies with lowriders and stuff? What about if we want to just take them out on the weekend? You can't do that either?
Well, no, I think eventually what they're gonna try to do, they're gonna try to outlaw them. That's the first.
Yeah,
step.
yeah,
They're
outlaw-
going to.
Yeah. How far into the future do you think that is?
I think by 2050. I think by 2050.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it with everything else we're seeing.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Someone told me a theory. I don't know if I shared it with you, but like Newsom, Oprah Winfrey, all those big celebrities,
Right.
there's a theory that they're trying to fuck California into the dump. So most of us will either leave, quit, or submit, and then the rich and the elite will just take over and buy up all the real estate. That's why they're turning all of our major areas into dump zones.
I believe. No, I can believe some of that because
Yeah.
that's what's going on, and they can afford to live in private
They
homes.
can afford to live in privately gated homes
Eh.
where they don't have to wear masks. They don't have to do COVID
What-
shit. They don't have to worry about homeless people camping on their lawn. They're doing all that because they don't care.
Yeah.
And then some of them are burning people out in Hawaii.
Chris,
I had to say that. I'm sorry.
I have a donation thing. I want you to turn that one on too and try it out real quick. Hopefully, somebody give me $2
he
so
just said I just
so I
took
can
a
see it.
fat line of coke. What a dick.
There you go. You can move that thing a
Gracias.
little bit or put
Gracias.
anywhere. I was messing around with things today, Chris. I was
Little-
messing around with
caps.
things today. There you go.
Little B, good looking out. I hope that works out well.
Shout out to my boy Blinky from WSW.
That's right.
Now Blinky's the man, homie. Blinky's
Yeah.
the man. Stolen. These guys are still talking about stolen.
Hey,
valor.
stolen valor. That's a pretty iconic moment right there. Stolen valor.
But that's what that is, bro. That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's stolen valor. But they'll say we're hating, but we're not hating anybody.
I'm not hating. I'm making an observation.
Are you?
Yeah,
Are you?
I made an observation. Well, I had another homeboy Spanky that was actually on the yard with him too, in out of state.
Oh, so they knew him.
I have two people, one sitting next to me, and my other homeboy Spanky was on a yard with him out of state, and it's all bullshit. It's based off a foundation that's like he said of sand, But the sad part is he's really good at what he does right now. And he's good at that.
No, but
He's a businessman.
It's about the look too. It's definitely about the look. It is. It is about the look.
If I had a Rolls Royce and a Lamborghini and I wore Gucci and Jordans, and I had a body like a Greek.
The body, homie. That's
But
what
that's
it is.
steroids, homie. That's all steroids.
Yeah, but even with the roids, he's still working. He's still working out. Homie.
Well, but the thing about steroids,
like he has a good work ethic. Like
for sure.
Like he's consistent. Like I don't know. Like.
Yeah, so, because if I put you on the juice, man, I don't think you'll be looking like Wesley anytime.
imagine what that giraffe's thinking right now.
No.
Hey, my adult name is Girth Brooks. Don't get it twisted.
No road rage for you. Hey, Chris, let's put the phone number up there. Have some of these. Oh no, before we do that, hey, so we were talking about before Chemo called us. We were talking about your new job that you're working at Up to you. Let's go.
An undisclosed location.
No, it's a treatment center. It's in the San Fernando Valley. I work like right at the moment where, I'm front line of addiction. I'm front line of when the addict surrenders and seeks treatment. I see everything from alcohol to fentanyl to meth, benzos, everything, and I'm their first point of contact, which is crazy. Like, it's changed my life, the way I see the situation, meeting people. But, I'm still, like, pretty new, like a month into the job. But it.
So when you say you're front line, are you the front desk, and do people come in like court ordered, or is it just anybody off the street come in there?
Yeah, some people are court ordered, some is voluntary.
Like, do they have to call ahead of time? Or
they're there by appointment. There's a detox. There's a residential. I
had a homie of mine. I think he's on the chat too that went over there, and it actually years ago, and it did help him. I mean, I had another homie that was in there, and he told me that they got high as hell in that place.
Well, this place, there's I'm part of the initial team that screens them. Like, there's since I've been there, there's been no like.
So you can see the bullshitters.
Absolutely, but it's crazy because I've been out of the game so long that I'm like, I noticed that like I'm a little rusty.
You don't feel like a snitch, bro? Like this.
Hey, no.
Let's keep it real.
This is the craziest part of it is like being on that side, like the one actually doing the searching, going through the waistbands and all that. I mean, obviously,
you're that guy.
I'm that guy.
Oh, come on, let me see what you got.
Yeah, or like like most of the time they'll surrender. Most people are there genuinely like looking to like get help in their life, but it feels crazy being that one. But my intentions are different. I'm there to help save lives. I want to see them better. Like, there's no cops getting called or nothing like that.
What do you do? Just if you catch dope, you just.
I just set it aside. Yeah, and put it in the contraband.
You guys have a disposal method for it?
Yeah. Put it in the contraband locker.
It's called Josh. He lives under the bridge.
Yeah.
It's called Josh.
Documented. Yeah.
Don't make fun of the fucking the addicts, Gil. Don't make fun of the addicts.
Excuse me, the unhoused.
There's
a term for them now.
They started using another one. I heard another one today.
There's a term. They actually have a term for it.
Yeah, unhoused, but there's a new one they're coming up
Really?
with. Oh, yeah, there's a new one that sounds.
I just say they're urban camping drug addicts.
Urban camping.
I'm not going to call them homeless. I'm sorry. I'm not going to entertain. That's when you get into insanity and bullshit.
I saw that clip you made on that reel you made. That was a very powerful reel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
So you think the government's going to listen to you?
Absolutely not. That guy couldn't be bothered. That guy's he's got bleached blonde hair now. Anybody notice that?
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't want to say the word. I almost said the F word, but.
Oh, you can say it, bro.
No.
You can say it.
He looks like he might have been eating out of that Skittles bag.
He might be eating the white Skittle bag?
I said opaque.
Opaque.
Non-colored Skittles.
So, the program that they're going to with you, how long is it? What's the process? I've never actually figured that out. What's the actual process of that place? Is it months, weeks, and how do they go as far as structuring it?
I think it's standard for like treatment centers like of that size. So you have detox and you have residential. You have people coming in for detox, which could be severe fentanyl withdrawal. It could be severe alcohol withdrawal. It could be meth.
I think alcohol is the worst.
It is. Alcohol is definitely the worst. I mean, you get everything from people to have been unhoused or homeless, whatever you want to call it, to people that are mothers of 5 who are the drinking got ahead of them or the using finally caught up with them. They're just coming to get a reset. That's generally like 2 weeks, depending on, because there's doctors involved, there's nurses. Then they can move to residential, which means you could do a 90-day program, a 60-day program, just to rebuild your life.
But they keep you there. They have 3 locations, right?
There's there's a lot of locations. They can refer you to other ones if beds aren't available. Yeah. But the most rewarding part of my job is to watch somebody come off the streets like in very bad shape. You know, seeing what addiction has done to them, to seeing them like 3 weeks to a month later, like look like
Different person.
like smiling, and they'll call me. They'll like, Brian, 32 days.
Dope.
Like they'll call out the number of how clean they are.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, how do you feel? Like it's crazy.
That's
Like,
awesome.
Yeah.
I remember. I mean, I remember that moment myself too. I can remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the most powerful thing to keep me on my course like ever in life. I thrive.
Do you
in
get
that
the
environment.
anxiety of like, or like because I worked in treatment for a while after I got clean. I used to get depressed because the statistics of seeing them succeed that moment when they're, hey Brian, 45 days.
And then to see
And then
him
they're
split,
gone.
Yeah.
And then they're gone that
No.
night. Then they're gone because they hooked up with Mallory in the bathroom, and
Yeah.
Mallory
Oh,
did.
fuck,
And then
man.
Mallory had a
It's
baby
always
daddy.
Mallory,
It's
dude.
always
It's
goddamn
always
Mallory. No,
Mallory,
but it could be something else.
Oh, heroin
it could,
Sally.
It could just be a phone call with their mom, their dad, that something went wrong. One of their kids at home got, and
When you're in a vulnerable spot,
yeah,
you're fresh,
the
clean,
worst
like,
part about that was that night when they just let the homie know he's got 32 days, and then hey, where's Steve? Oh,
Hey, but
he
females
left.
a lot of time, dude.
A lot of it,
I
yeah.
had-
It's always a lot of times females.
I
Yeah,
had a homie, I won't say his name. He went through some gangster rehab, fool. Let me tell you this story.
in Pasadena.
In Mexico.
Oh shit!
Damn.
They gave him a soda out here in the United States of America, allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked him out. He woke up in a mountain somewhere in the middle of Mexico. Nothing around. It's just
He
a
was knocked out that long. Damn, that's some good coke.
Yeah, they took him to the border, fucking knocked out,
Damn.
bro. He woke up in Mexico a few hours in, and he was in a rehab place that was pretty much, you're just there, you're locked down. He said, dude, I was in this just block wall. You know, you can imagine a Mexican rehab place.
Yeah.
It's not like America rehab. It ain't like
Probably
Malibu.
a window in a bed. It's like the hole.
Yeah,
You're
he's
just blocked from getting anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was there for over a year, bro. A year. Like I think he was there like 15, 18 months. His family pretty much kidnapped him, took him over there. He came back
Like solitary confinement type of
for a
stuff?
minute, and then little by little they gave
Yeah.
you. And at the end of the thing, he was the one bringing in the new guys, and so he kind of figured the system. So he was there for about a year and a half. Came and he used to be high off meth, like major, right?
Is he still sober today?
Came back. He was doing great for about a year and some change. And then
Hey, what I've always thought-
Mallory met him at the
Yeah.
at the laundromat.
And here's what I've always thought. You should take the
Laundromat.
categories of people that are on the streets, whether the fentanyl, the opioid users, the meth, which are the upper users, the people who sadly will never return to society again, and the mental health. And something to the effect of like an injunction. Like sort of how the gang injunctions,
Yeah.
if you're like loitering or something like that, and you have to get plugged into one of those resources, but I think it'll never happen. It won't. There's just
You know
way
why?
too much
Because
money
here's the thing.
being made. It's
But also,
way too lucrative.
in
It'll
regards to
never
your friend,
happen.
this is what I share in my story. It's cool that he made it a year, and my hat's off to his family for doing that.
right.
But no one will get sober until they are ready.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
cannot force someone, the government, the cops, the family, the children. It's not going to happen
here's the
until you're
common
hit
denominator.
with that moment that you are
And
spiritually and mentally broke.
Done.
And
Like
every addict-
I did a shot of meth in my penis and it didn't work.
And the
I had-
giraffe couldn't have it.
the giraffe had walked away. You know what I mean? Like the giraffe lost its spots.
The draft was dry.
The giraffe was dry, bro. I couldn't reach the pussy anymore. I couldn't smell the pussy. It was bad, bro. The giraffe had left the building.
The ladder was broke.
Bro, I was just at a place where I'm sitting there with a dead giraffe. It was just bad, bro. I mean, I was ready. Like, I
What's
didn't
that
give a
Toys R Us
fuck.
giraffe, Chris? What's that?
Jeffrey.
Hey, where's Mohawk Matt? He's boning Jeffrey, bro.
Why do you think they shut down Toys R Us, my boy? Hey, Sherman Way and Woodley. Hey, Sherman Way and Woodley will never be the same.
Hey, they caught Jeffrey
Dog.
in a six candle with a Viking.
Bro, don't Google me. Don't Google my first adult movie. Girth Brooks and Jeffrey from fucking.
Hey, Pee Wee Herman ain't got shit on you.
Yeah, only difference is I never jacked off in public.
Well, he did it.
Bang.
No.
It's in a theater. It's still in public.
It's a porn theater. How is that in public?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Didn't he get arrested for a sex crime?
Isn't that what by law you're supposed to jack off in?
I don't think you can masturbate in an open theater. I think you go there to get excited and you leave.
That's law.
Well, that's the unwritten rule. He was in adult theater jerking off, bro. That's what the people. So Pee Wee Herman pissed somebody off,
Okay.
and they went after him,
He was
bro.
probably
Okay.
playing bingo with someone.
I could understand if he was at a movie watching X-Men or something and caught jerking off. Like, yeah, you dirtbag. What are you doing?
At the Barbie. At Barbie.
Watch at the Barbie premiere masturbating in a trench coat, eating uncolored Skittles.
All right, Chris, let's open up the phone lines real quick.
Hey, rest in peace to Pee Wee Herman.
Rest in peace,
just roasted
Pee-wee.
him,
Yeah, no, that was this guy. He brought Pee-wee.
And shout out to Cherry. Sorry for your condolences.
Now, Pee-wee was a man, homie. Pee-wee was a man. Let me see. So, shooting a gallery till they okay, huh? What did he say? So, shooting
Chemo
G.
there, going to baseball social.
Man, let's get some focus coming in here real quick.
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Capone Valor? Yeah, no, Pee-wee got done dirty. After that, Pee-wee was canceled. I mean, Pee-wee was the original person they canceled. All right, here we go. Let's get it going.
Here we go.
Dang, I know.
Caller, who's this?
Oh,
What's up, Sal? Talk to us, homeboy.
shit. Salute to the table, you guys. Saludos to the gentleman at the table.
Good evening.
Good
Good
work
evening.
you guys are doing.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, my man? Talk
I
to
had
us.
just 2 questions. Like,
Shoot.
so, like I was, raised in the barrio, but continued with college. So luckily, I've seen enough to keep me away from continuing down a pipeline to prison. And I went down and studied in college. Just got a criminal justice degree, and I'm a teacher.
Nice.
I was gonna ask Lucky this on Hoodstock
Right.
because he has some dope ass interviews and people's testimonies
Right.
that are out of prison. What is your guys' opinion on prison bettering and making people rehabilitated? In criminal justice, we study that it doesn't work. We study that the system is flawed, obviously overcrowded. Like you could put Japan, Germany, Italy, Spain's prisoners together, and America still has like more prisoners than like 10 other industrialized countries, right? And that's the truth. And that the recidivism rate is so high that it doesn't work. And then like when I hear other people's stories, they're like, yeah, taking that time out in prison was what got me sober.
We got the perfect guy to answer you. Mr. Lonely, go ahead, homeboy. Give it a shot.
Senor Giraffe.
No, not the giraffe.
No,
guy,
that's. I got something to say on this. I mean, I've done some time too, so I'll respond after Lonely. Go ahead.
No, I would just say the amount of money that's allocated for them to use for the self-help program in prison, the quality of programming is not up to par at all. Everything that is done in prison is completely done by the convicts inside there. Like it's all self-created, the curriculum, the books. There are groups that come in from the outside and do groups like that, but it's subpar for sure. And a lot of the recidivism rates are high for the people that are just doing these turnarounds, 18 to 36 months, which is not enough time to even pull your head out of your ass. Yeah. But the long-term offenders like myself, the recidivism rate isn't even at 1% yet.
Now, my opinion on that is I speak on the necessary. I mean, like he said, there's not much in regards to rehabilitation in the joint. You're going to have to get that from other people, like other inmates. But in my experience, I did learn some good things in the joint. You learn a lot of good social skills. At the same time, what you said about I think I speak out a lot on my personal Instagram page about them having to bring back the necessary consequences. They need to be arresting us more. I know that people don't like to hear that, but
interesting.
It's unfortunate, but we've gotten so far right. The pendulum swung so far that you forget you need consequences. Like maybe not as severe as like getting beaten up and drug out of your car and like the cops like profiling, but there needs to be a consequence. You can't get arrested with dope and not go to jail. If you don't have a consequence, you're never going to have like a 4 to 5 day break from reality, because that 4 to 5 days sobering up in that county jail tank sometimes is the difference between you making a decision to not go back and get high or saying, fuck it, I'm going to go right back and steal and get high. We need consequences. If you don't have consequences, society starts to just crumble in on itself. And like we're seeing, if you live in LA like I do, you're seeing the drug addiction multiply 100-fold by the week on the street. There is no consequences.
Because it's so accessible, it's so easy, it's so there.
Well, you're caught with everything. Even I heard there now, if you even get caught with like a 25 automatic gun, they're just taking it. They're not even arresting you. I mean, that's insane, no?
I think they'll arrest.
Yeah, like a ticket.
Well, they're basically everything's a ticket now.
Well, I think let me throw my 2 cents in here. I think the issue is a lot, especially with California. They do have like certain programs on, but politics always get in the way.
Yep.
Fools are always beefing. People are always fighting.
Someone's not getting paid enough.
Somebody's not getting paid. There's always politics in the way that most people don't know. And that's what really stops people from, going to some of these programs, man. And at the end, it to me, it's just like addiction. When you're ready, because I know a lot of people that have been in prison, fool. And I know a lot of people that have done right, that came out of prison and they're like, you know what? Fuck this place.
I'm done.
Like, I'm done with this place.
That's
brother.
me.
An example right here. We're sitting next to one.
That's
Yeah.
a long time. But I know guys. Listen, I know guys that are in and out still to this day. But I know guys who got 5 years, 8 years, and you would never know in your life this guy's been in prison. They're like, screw this.
So that's like, some of my compadres, like a compadre did Fed time for about 3 years, and went straight right after that. Was like, I'm never going back there. Yeah. And then another compadre that was away for like 14 years. And when he came back out, it was so overwhelming to him to reconnect to his children and all this other stuff. And
also, I will say this. The majority of people that are going back to prison, they're getting high.
Yes, I agree. 9 out of 10.
They're
9
getting
and 10.
high.
They're
And
getting
that is
9 out of 10.
That
Nine
is
out of
the
10.
biggest issue we have. It's drug addiction because they're
addiction.
in there getting high.
Keeping the door open like that. Yeah,
It's
right.
drugs. So they're coming out here.
Getting high.
I've had homies that came out here doing 20-some years and they're in a tent. Homie, like getting high.
It's corroded and completely hollowed out 100% what we used to call the cause.
Yeah.
Is it true,
Totally.
fellas?
Yes.
Is it
Eating it
true,
alive.
fellas, that today's prison system has more opportunity, more classes and training and certificate programs than, let's say, like 15 years ago?
I've been
yeah,
out 10 years.
100%.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, 15 years ago, I'm going to die in prison, an old man. Yeah, there was zero. There was nothing. They would throw a couple handballs on the yard and say recalls at 12 o'clock.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And that was part of the problem that kept the recidivism high, and now it's a little bit better from what I understand.
Well, yeah, because they understand this. We're not going to Siberia. We're coming back.
Yeah, but it's also the dope. I mean, when you got 90, what's the
based off
percentage?
the
What's
hunger
the percentage of the
strike
yard getting
stuff
high?
like that.
90.
Easy 90.
Yeah.
There were so many fentanyl overdoses where I was at.
Everybody's getting high as fuck in there, bro. It's an addiction problem. That's what's destroying California and the whole country itself. Everybody's on drugs, and not just people in prison. Everybody's on drugs, and nobody wants to admit it.
No, and nobody wants to
Drugs or alcohol, Gil. Drugs or alcohol,
Yeah, drug.
Gil.
No,
you know what I mean?
it's the same thing.
Because
Alcohol is a drug.
It's like you can go to the store any time of the day till 2 a.m. in Cali and just get fucked up. You're beating on your lady, beating on the
West
homies.
Hollywood, you could drink till 4 in the
Crazy
morning
shit.
now. I don't know if you know that.
Is that right?
Yeah, West Hollywood, homie.
Just in that?
Yeah, West Hollywood just passed the rule, I think, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. They're experimenting with drinking till 4 in the morning. Like, that's going to get any better?
Yeah, how
That's
does
gonna solve it.
how does that better any kind of situation?
Because it takes a lot of booze to get the giraffes drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, I can tell you, it takes a lot of Old English 40 ounces. It takes a minimum of 10 OEs to get that fucking giraffe
man, I
fucked
got another
up.
phone call. Thanks for the call, huh?
And one more, Gil, one more question. Can I
Man,
get
you
one
better
more?
give us a super chat or something, man. Go ahead,
My
shoot.
bad. I'll give you a super giraffe to the face, doggy.
Oh.
And then he gets hung up on. Caller.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I got your giraffe right here, you homie.
Caller. Who's this? He gave me an out plan. What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
I just want to know, why is it that where, the cities where there's a majority of Latino people, why are those cities always, they have, loose laws, and why are those cities always messed up? I just came from Ventura County.
Yes.
So beautiful out there. Orange County, it's so beautiful. Why do we deserve these jacked up, or why do we get these jacked up politicians, these jacked up
I
laws?
don't think it's all just a jacked up politician. It's our culture, man. Our culture has a lot to do with gangs, has a lot to do with, getting boozed up, getting high. I'm not saying that the Orange County, like the white people don't do that, but unfortunately our culture is behind the ball. We're still coming out of the gang stuff. We're still coming out of the prison stuff. It's still being glorified. And that's what it is. I mean, because you go to a lot of those cities, right? There's not all kind of littering. There's all kind of, like me, I hate littering. I hate throwing stuff out there. Even when I got homies in the car and they would try to throw stuff out there, I'd be like, hey, homies, don't throw that shit out there, man.
Giraffe just told me the same thing.
You're making our city look bad. And you see how many, you go to different hoods where Latinos are at, and They think it's cool. I live in a corner block where I go out there and I talk shit to people like, hey, dude, pick up your shit, man. There's a trash can right there. People are so quick to throw stuff out there. So what? It makes the neighborhood dirty, and then it kind of brings the morale of the neighborhood down. Then you got the drug problem. Then you got the drug sales. It's just us having to level up, because a lot of times when, even with myself, when I speak about stuff like this, oh, man, you're acting like a white guy. Oh, man, no, motherfucker, I'm acting like a civilized human being, and that's what we got to get to. We got to get to a point where we're calling our people out when they're doing wrong, brother. That's all it is.
And
and also, I think, what was I going to say? The education system, a lot of our people are miseducated, undereducated, just ignorant. And also rap. Rap is a big problem in our community.
Don't start with rap again. He always goes into rap. He's a habitual color.
Yeah,
He always goes into rap.
I'm not going to touch the
It
rap
is a
statement.
big problem. It keeps us, glorifying ignorance and low life
Absolutely.
stuff. But
Absolutely.
and I think the word stolen valor is not the right word. I think it's just bragging about stupidity, the gang stories. I think that's the right word, bragging about stupidity.
No, you don't know who we're talking about. That's why we're talking about Wesley, and it is stolen valor. All right,
Yeah,
my
but
man.
he bragged.
I appreciate the
No,
phone
he's
call.
not.
It's a Gil, stop begging for money. Please, I need some money, man. No, he ain't begging for money. If fool wants to keep asking questions like, hey, homeboy, come on now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You got to pay the piper, carnal.
I was going to say, too, Orange County is there are some Orange County grime areas. Ventura's not that
No,
bad, though.
of course, but-
Ventura really isn't that bad.
there's spots in Ventura. The other day,
If you
I
go to
was
like
in
the
Ventura.
Cologne, like the Colonia and
But
Oxnard,
that's
maybe.
Oxnard, yeah.
But
They
that's a
just hide
small
it better.
area.
They
Yeah, they
just
just hide
hide
it
it
better.
better.
Ventura's not a bad county,
No,
actually.
my daughter lives. It's very
Yeah,
nice out there.
very nice
It's
out
very nice
there.
out there. But it's just the certain. But it's true.
But
Let's
that's everywhere. That's
well,
everywhere.
let's keep it 100. It's a lot of times in minority areas, it's looking much worse. It's not every.
I don't know. I
there's parts
can
of
vouch.
East LA that are very clean.
I can vouch for dumpster
With-
diver
hey, with-
Dan.
with
You
East
go to
Coast,
Palmdale,
I can see a lot of
Lancaster.
areas that are clean. There's a lot of places that are clean. San Fernando's another one. Latino. It's a very clean city. It's
San
just
Fernando.
it's just how you implement the laws and everything else as well.
But dumpster Dan and his family out there in Antelope Valley, that place is, whew, boy.
Hey, I was in
Man.
San Fernando the other day too. I love
place
how
is clean.
I love how preserved.
I
they
love-
keep that city.
Yeah.
Just,
I went to
so
elementary.
Old time.
I went to elementary school at St. Ferdinand's. I love that whole that whole brand by the Brand Street, Maclay Street, up and down. I love that area. That whole.
Caller, who's this?
Come on, have I ate at Carrillo? Stop, man.
Raymond, what's good? Raymond, talk to us.
I'm a good friend of Mohawk Matt. I've known him for a long time, man.
Oh, what's up, Silk?
Hey, what's going on? It's cracking, my boy.
Butt
What's up,
cheeks and
Ryan?
bubble gum and giraffes.
Oh man, giraffes. Good times, huh?
Hey, so I've been clean and sober a while. I've been, I did a little bit of time in the joint as well. I've come to think that our Lord, that God is now taking the people that are down and out, that the devil has taken, and made them like zombies, drug addicts, homeless, and other unfortunates. And the people in the rehabs, they're helping people save their lives. And I think God is plucking his army back from the devil. And when every person that gets clean and sober, I believe that God has taken a soldier back. And what's good about that is that all of us that have already been over there, that have had the devil have us in their spell, in his fucking hands, and God has plucked us back. We know the devil's tricks already. We're smarter than the average person as far as realizing the tricks and the deception that the devil has for us.
Well, I think maybe you may be smarter than the regular person, but most of these guys out there in the streets, homie, the devil got them by the huevos, carnal. It's tough.
No,
out
no,
here.
I'm talking about the ones that get clean and sober.
Oh no, of course, yeah. You guys are definitely the
God's
soldiers.
pulling
yes.
them back. God's pulling his soldiers back one at a time.
I can see that.
Because I think something big's about to happen. Something big might be coming down soon, and he's pulling. It says that he's going to be pulling his people together, and I believe that's what he's doing right now.
That's right.
And Brian is
there's
helping
nobody
grab
else.
him back.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's nobody better to fight than and to be aware of deception
than people that have already been deceived and got pulled back into the light.
Absolutely.
Amen, brother. Amen. I get
I'm
down with
most
that.
firmly, hey, Matt, I love you guys. Brian, I
Love you too, bro.
Bye-bye.
I've been watching your show. Love you guys. Have a
Hey,
good day, everyone.
say I love you to Gil too. He's got a giraffe in the yard also.
I don't have a giraffe. I got
Hey, keep Mohawk away from that giraffe.
Yeah.
Like,
Keep Mohawk away from Jeffrey. Keep Mohawk away from Jeffrey.
Why can't?
hey, he don't live on
got
the
Toys
he
R
don't
Us,
live on the
man.
second floor in his mom's house for nothing.
That's when he was on the second floor all the time. He was getting hit from Jeffrey.
I got Toys R Us on my A12 list.
Caller, who's this? Hello. What's up, homeboy? Talk to us.
Been a follower for a very long time, but simple question, bro.
Thank you. What's
So
going
my
on?
neighborhood,
Yes.
bro, I've seen my neighborhood go from like families that just lived here growing up and having property to now where you just have. I'm not trying to be racist. I love my people, but just paisas, dog. Paisas everywhere, bro, and you don't even know who they are. Back then, you used to know where the homies lived, where people lived. You just knew everybody. But now, it's just paisas everywhere, bro. And I'm not trying to say they're the problem, but it's just like, bro, my neighborhood, homie was talking about Oxnard. That's how it is in the Lonias, bro.
Right.
Colonia, it's just all paisas now, bro. It's not even homies. It's just paisas.
Well,
Paisas everywhere, dog.
because they're working. They're buying property. They're taking advantage of living in America. And unfortunately, a lot of homies are too busy fucking partying and trying to get them new rims and trying to get the new Jordans. Where the compas are coming over here, the paisanos, and they're working their asses off and buying
Trying to get
property.
their piece,
And I agree with you 10 years ago.
Right.
But this new generation of paisas that are here now, bro, they're not here to do that, bro. These new paisas are not on that. Like, they're not trying to stay here, bro. They're fucking shit up just like we were, bro.
Oh,
They're not on that. They're not on that, hey, I'm here to feed my family and I'm here to do that. Nah, the majority of them, I say, is 50-50. I'd say 50
What are they
that
doing?
are trying to fucking support.
What do you think they're doing? I'm curious now.
I'd say 50% are trying to support their family,
Right.
and the other half are all here just fucking around, drinking, fucking up, crashing into people.
No chemical.
Just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear your frustration. I hear what it is, but it's just a balance. I mean, I work with compas all day long at work, homeboy, and the majority of those guys are out here just working, sending money back to their families.
No, nothing against the compas. No,
Right.
I'm saying about like the houses, bro. Like the houses now, you got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that like they're renting to them, and it's like it's not just one family,
okay,
not
so-
two
so I
families.
think what you're
it's like rooms. It's like rooms, bro.
What you're
It's
trying to
rooms
say.
here.
What you're trying to say is the quality of life in your neighborhood seems to be going down with so many people moving in. Yes.
Yes.
Now, and I listen. I get your frustration. The unfortunate part with a lot of times with our people is when we start having that conversation, they're gonna call you a sellout. They're gonna call you all of a sudden. You think you're more American, all you did. But no. But there is a fine line between having a neighborhood where 2 families live in a house, and then you have 4 or 5, and then what happens is you got no parking. You got all kind of messes out there.
There's too much trash.
It's just like
And
go ahead.
yeah, and no one's knocking, like you said. Hey, they come out here. It was like that 10 years ago, bro, where you would have 1 or 2 families at the most at one house. But nowadays, it's like rooms, and everybody's on that hustle, bro, in my neighborhood, where they're just renting their shit, renting their homes, and just on that hustle of just let me make as much as I can get. Where before, you're right, bro, it was families, bro.
Right.
And nowadays, it's not like that, bro. Nowadays, it's like, hey, un cuarto aquí, un cuarto acá, ¿me entiendes?
It's almost like apartments in a house.
Yeah.
Is what you
That's
got
got to
going
be
on.
hard for a
Yes,
neighborhood.
sir.
And
Yes,
it's a
sir.
growing
Yes, sir.
population.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a tough one, homie. I hear you and I feel your pain, homie. I would be kind of upset if everybody in all of a sudden my block there's no parking and then everybody's filled up. And luckily I'm good right now, homie. But hey, thank you for calling your opinion, brother.
Bruno.
Hey, no, thank you, man. My first time calling. Appreciate it,
Good
man.
shit, brother. Thank you. Late. Caller, who's this? What's up, homeboy? Talk to us.
That's caller is freaking ignorant, dude.
Okay, well let's talk about it, homie. I know somebody was gonna disagree with him.
That's how immigrants. Every immigrant that comes to this country does that.
Right.
This guy lives in a bubble. This guy lives in a little box where he lives in where all he's ever seen. He probably lives in Huntington Park where all he's ever seen was a raza.
No, I
You know what I mean? But
I don't think so. Let me
and-
ask you this.
and-
Go ahead.
and I
Go
get
ahead,
it.
Lamar. Go ahead,
And I get it.
Yeah.
But
But think about this. I work in Orange County. I'm from Downey, bro. But I work in Orange County. I work with Filipinos. I work with Chinese. I work with Cambodians. You know what they do? They live the same way.
No,
They live the same way.
I get it. But if he's saying that was how it was before, but now it's more of having 4 families in there. They're renting is not a family.
I think he was saying how hard it is for that neighborhood because it is hard for when you have 5 families living in a 2-bedroom home. That when it comes to trash parking, that's hard.
It's like this.
It makes it difficult on everybody. It's difficult on everybody.
So he's just frustrated. It's like this. There's some people.
How do you think these families?
I get it, but if you're if you're a homeowner, okay, I'm a homeowner, brother. Yeah. Okay, if all of a sudden all the houses around me had 4 families in there and they were all renting out to different families, I would feel that. I'm
going to tell you right now, I'm going to keep it gangster. If you make me park 6 blocks in front of my own home, we got a problem, homeboy. We got a problem. You're not going to, just because you choose to put 19 people in one house, that's your choice. Well, you find ulterior parking.
Yes.
I'm not going to have trouble I don't want to have to put my trash cans in front of my house and block my curbs. Right. I don't want to have to worry about 6 hours before I finally get out of my car to come in the house.
So the guy sounds like he's been living there for a while.
That's hard,
so where I'm living at, it's cool. It's just one family in each house where I live at, right? But that I would definitely, if I saw that, I could. If somebody were to tell me, "Oh, well, they're all immigrants. That's what they do."
Yeah, it's okay. So Mohawk, go park 3 blocks away.
It doesn't mean it wouldn't bug me. Of course, it's gonna bug me. I think it would bug anybody.
Well, it's better that they're doing that they're living in an actual home than actually living in the streets like the majority of the other people are doing.
I agree, but in neighborhoods, that's not our problem. In a neighborhood, that ain't my problem. Straight up.
Parked in people's streets. Have you guys seen these streets in LA, man? It's getting ridiculous with these people parking their RVs. There's people literally living on the streets. And it's not just raza.
Let me ask you
this. It's white people, it's white folks, it's raza, and it's black folks.
It's tweakers, fool. It's tweakers.
That's not homeless. That's not homeless. That's tweakers.
It's tweakers. Let me ask you this.
Also think about, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Is there, like in North Hollywood where I'm at, I buy from street vendors all the time, tacos, this and that. But I'm seeing a trend. It's gonna eventually look like Central in Los Angeles.
There's a vendor every 4
I don't know if you've ever been to Central. No, they end up being canopies. All the canopies are attached. And there's some people that say that's okay. It's better than, and it is. It's better than them being on the street. But is there ever a point where, hey, man, this is getting a little bit out of control?
When you look at the streets, it's just too much on the streets.
Yeah,
it's clutter.
Do you think there should ever be a limit of how many street vendors should be in the city? Now, let me ask the caller.
I mean, we haven't gotten to that point.
I'm not asking if we have.
We haven't gotten to that point.
Okay, you are the mayor. You are the mayor of your city, and right now there's people having concerns, and they're calling you up and they say, "Hey, Mr. Mayor, we're concerned. It seems like a lot of these people are. Can you put a limit? Should we put a limit?" Is your answer going to be, "Well, we haven't got to that point. Should we get to that point before we talk about it?" No, you should discuss it. And I think,
well, think about this. Because if just applying a specific amount of people in a specific city, dude, I used to live in Huntington Park before moving to Downey.
Yeah.
You know how concentrated Huntington Park is?
Yeah, but they're not putting vendors on Huntington.
Yeah, they're not putting all those.
Huntington Beach, Huntington Park.
That city is concentrated. That city is concentrated. Huntington Park.
So how's Downey?
It's beautiful.
Downey,
Downey's much nicer,
beautiful, bro. Huh? Downey is beautiful, but we still have those little.
Let's bring those vendors. Let's bring the vendors.
But would you like the same thing that's going on in Huntington Park to happen to Downey and have it overpopulated, have no traffic? It seems like you live in a nice area right there. That's why you're like, oh, it's okay, man. They should be able to do that.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, I mean, we don't have the same amount of the same amount of.
I was just at a restaurant there on Saturday. I was just at a really nice egg restaurant. There is nothing on those streets. There is no homeless people. Like
Downey's nice, bro.
Yeah, there's no vendors, none of that. So that's why it's easy to make that assumption because there's none of that there, and they don't tolerate it. Yeah, they don't have the fight.
Yeah, you don't got that fight in Downey. It seems like Downey, you like it there because it's there. That's why you wouldn't want to live in Huntington Park.
That's the policy with all the Feed the Bears policy. You get the people in the mansions.
So what do you say to that?
Well, because of the fact that the people that actually do live in Downey, I mean, if you think about it, with these properties that are worth millions of dollars, they're paying a significant amount of taxes in comparison.
My property's worth $1 million, so that means I shouldn't have no compas living around my house then, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No, well,
Oh,
I mean, you gotta think.
Good
You gotta think
call,
about the
Joe.
concentration, dude.
Come on. How do you know that guy? How do you
when
know
you're
that
talking
guy?
about
How do you know that guy who called in? His property's not worth $1 million. Everywhere in LA is worth $1 million.
Let me tell you
now.
something. If you own a house, it doesn't matter. It's worth something
Oh
to you.
yeah, no, definitely.
It house don't have to be no million.
Hey, brother, but you see how different it is when you start having the conversation. It's a touchy conversation, but it's a conversation we should be having.
Yeah.
It really is, because to me there is a limit to everything.
There has to
there's
be.
Always, there has to be. If not, it's anarchy.
But
Yes.
But these people are providing a service for. I mean, those vendors wouldn't be out there if they weren't providing a
Oh,
service.
no, I
so there's
get
a lot
that.
to providing a
Listen,
service.
like I say, I go to them all the
And
time.
people are still buying.
But I'm seeing a little. Well, but what's going to happen eventually is we're going to turn to Tijuana.
Yeah.
We're going to turn to TJ.
It's gonna look
brother.
like downtown LA.
That's what we're going to do. Let's keep it 100. We're going to turn to TJ.
But guess what? Downey won't.
And
So
Downey
we're good.
won't. Yeah, Downey won't.
So we're good. So people on the top of the hill can
Have you
make that
guys-
opinion because they're not in the bottom of the hill with the rest of us.
No, to me, this should just be a
Have
limit.
you guys been to TJ lately? Do you know that downtown LA looks worse? Skid Row
I
looks
believe
worse
you.
than
Yes.
TJ.
It's because he saw a TikTok.
doubt.
He saw
No
that
doubt.
TikTok.
And I'm not
believe you.
kidding. And I'm not being facetious here. I'm not kidding.
I saw that TikTok too.
Skid
fool.
Row-
They were showing a specific part of Tijuana. It wasn't the real. It wasn't Revolution.
I saw that TikTok, bro. I saw that same TikTok.
I saw it, bro. I saw that.
Hey, my man, I appreciate the phone call, brother. Good stuff, huh?
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, that was a good point, though.
I-
The
I-
street vendors thing. I've actually been thinking about that. That's a really good topic.
No, there has to be.
There has to be a limit.
It just there has to be a limit of liquor stores. There has to be a limit of gas stations. There has to be a
Yes.
limit of everything, but there has to
Yes.
be a limit of so many vendors. Because after a while, if not, you're gonna turn into central like Los Angeles.
When we were at your event, when we all walked over to get tacos that one day with Boo Boo and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you and your girl came over.
That's good tacos over there.
Yeah, but there was like 4 stands back to back, and I walked up like, "Well, fuck, which one do I go to now?"
Oh no.
Like, there's like 4 of them, and I'm like, "Oh my
that's
God."
cool. They have the tacos.
Yeah.
They have the chicken. They have the churros. They have the Armenian food. So I'm like, all right, cool. This is a good balance
But
right
that's
here.
a nice chunk of that corner, like
that
you're
whole
saying.
corner's
That's a
taken over.
huge chunk halfway through the.
Well, my thing is this: they should every single taco place, every single vendor should pay like a $50 or $100 minimum a month because they should go and pressure wash all the sidewalks. They're all full of oil. They're all full of stuff.
Yeah.
It's stuff
Well,
like that.
my question was, and this might sound bad, but
I think I should be the mayor.
where do
Chris.
they wash their hands? I don't ever see that.
No,
happening.
they all have the
okay.
they got the stuff.
All right.
They're pretty sanitary, but at the end there has to be a balance.
There has to be. You can't just. I don't want to see Laurel Canyon just blanketed with food stands all the way down. Because
Of
then
course
then
not.
they're also into the street. Then there's people waiting in the street. You see, there's all kinds of things that come along with it. Like then there's people in the street, and there's more trash in the gutters. Like Jesus, come
Yeah,
on,
to
man.
me, it's every single stand that I see where they post up in the daytime when I'm driving. It's just a big 20 by 10
Dude,
foot oil.
but you're right.
Yeah.
They're popping up 2 to 3 a corner now. Now that's the new. They're everywhere, just like the homeless
bro,
people.
Everywhere, and
Dude.
then people get upset because you're saying, but no, it's just hey, I pay taxes. I'm a concerned citizen. This concerns me.
It's hard, but like I got in this argument. Someone called me a sellout too, and I'm like, listen, look, I got sober. I stopped. I love my neighborhood. I love my homeboys. I love my city. I'm all about the valley.
Giraffes.
Giraffes too, female or male.
Caller, who's this? Hello. Did he pass out on me? Oh, he passed out on me. I'm sorry.
But when you get older and you start to pay taxes and you work, okay, well, clumsy from Sun Valley can't be that anymore because now I'm actually I want to know where the $19.50 a week for my check goes.
Hello, caller, you back or not?
Rebar Cholo.
The Rebar Cholo. What's going on, homie? ¿Cómo va la varilla, carnal?
What's up, big dog? What's up, man? You already know, Lane Rebar, man.
That's
Daily
right.
thing.
In
Doing
this
that,
heat, player in this
putting-
heat, humping that bar. Shout out to all
Yep,
the
yep.
varilleros out there.
Yeah, let's shout out to all the barrieros. That's right.
What's good
And
with
all
you,
the
homie?
trades, man. All the other trades, too, you know?
That's right.
Not forget about everybody else.
That's
working
right,
hard.
homeboy. What's good with you?
Nah, I was just going to get on Mohawk Matt, man.
Oh,
Get on him.
It's getting on all the raza now, dog. What's going on, big dog?
Never. I'm a woodsider, bro.
Nah, I'm fucking around, big
Yeah.
dog. Nah, I'm joking, big dog.
That's
That's all
right.
love, man. Nah,
Thank you, dog.
I feel it, man. It could go both ways. Like, I live in Whittier, dog, and we got a gang of street vendors now going, but they're cool, dog. Like, everybody lines up for that shit, and it's just bomb, dog. Like the other homie said, they're making money, and
Yeah.
at least they're not right there at your door, fucking cleaning your window and asking you for money, you know? So they're working for their shit, but at the same time, it could go both ways, you know?
Yeah, no, and as I
feel
said,
it.
I agree with it all the time. I go all the time, homie, all the time. But the question is
Yeah.
there a limit?
Is there a limit? Yeah.
Or are we going to have it where it's just blocks and blocks of like Avenue 46 and all that stuff. Is there a limit? And I say, yeah, there should be a limit. It should be like, all right, every city should have, I don't know, 100, 200, whatever. Find a number. That way.
They all have permits in?
No, they don't have. Well, they kind of do, but they don't. But they should all pay a minimum of like $100. That way it helps with the street
It's
cleaning.
a lot of money. They're
you
cleaning
got to pay a
up,
little
too.
bit of taxes.
Cleaning
I'm not
up.
saying a crazy amount, but let me ask you this, Rebar Cholo. Should be there a limit or it just should be a free-for-all?
Oh man, I think there should be a limit.
Yeah,
should be a
Yeah,
limit.
I'm not against nobody's hustle, but like when you start to look at things differently and paying taxes, it's like, well, that's a lot. Like he said, there's a lot
Just even living
sometimes.
there. Just even living
Yeah,
there.
just do you want to come out the end of your street, out of your home, and there's like 17 vendors right there at the end of your block?
If I'm smoking weed, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Raw,
exactly.
no.
Choices, huh?
Yeah, Rebar Cholo comes out like, I love this shit, man.
Yeah.
Give me some churros, a couple
He gives
tacos.
churros, yeah. Horchata.
You already know. You already know.
Yeah. Hey, brother, thanks for the phone call, player.
All right, it's all love. All right, Mohawk Matt.
All right, Doug. All right, you too, brother.
Yeah, blame the güero, fool. Blame the güero. It's all you. It's all you. I love the street vendors. Gringo just said vendors like homeless people. Wow. See, I told you, fool. You can't be saying stuff like that when you're the wood, homeboy.
Wait, what does that say?
He said the
vendors.
Gringo just said vendors are like homeless people. Wow.
That's not what I meant. That's not.
saying
First
that
of all,
they're
that's not what I
popping
meant.
up.
That's
I know this,
yeah.
but you know the internet, man.
Yeah.
The internet will chop it up, cut
Yeah,
it
I know.
up. So by this episode, you're gonna hate street vendors. You're gonna bone giraffes. All kind of stuff's going on.
Giraffes are on deck.
Giraffes are.
Hey, next episode
car.
live from the LA
Who's
Zoo.
this? Hello? Yes, sir. Talk to us.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Talk to us, brother. What you got?
Hey, man. I have a quick question. Kind of doesn't have to do much with the topic, but let me see what you think.
Yeah, sure.
Gil,
Let's do it.
Since you just kind of recently had him, and I didn't get a chance to actually call in and tell Tony, but why do you think that a lot of Texas will be defending that fucking Chomo SPM?
Why do I think Texas will be? I think it's okay. Let me put it into this.
It's like, like
No,
everybody knows
I
the target, but
I
then
get it.
everybody's like, nah, like we're gonna close one eye and just pretend we don't know what's going on.
Well, first of all, because I think the younger generation has no clue that he's in there for a 9-year-old girl. I think the younger generation, even the older generation, because before I did my research and put that video out on him, I believe the story too that he went to a strip club. The girl was 13 years old. He had sex with her, got her pregnant. You didn't know she was 13. But then he went and picked her up at junior high school, which should have been a red flag.
A red flag? That's burgundy.
And then eventually, what he got convicted for, and I saw he got convicted for, no, he got convicted for going down on a 9-year-old girl. Most people don't know that, and they just want to sit here and completely lie to themselves. But let me give you an LA side of that. If Tupac Shakur was alive right now, Tupac Shakur would be on Megan's Law. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is a convicted sex offender,
That is true.
yet everybody will make an excuse about that. So now my question to you is, do you support Tupac? Would you be banging Tupac stuff? Would you go to his concerts? He was out on live right now? And if somebody said,
y'all gonna be like, nah, this was like you tripping, but to be quite honest with you, like I know how everybody talks great about Tupac, but like to me it wasn't like it's like it's cool music, but like to be like, oh hell yeah, like I'm a big
but
ass
people make
Tupac
excuses
supporter,
for
like,
him. People will
like,
say,
Yeah.
will say it didn't happen. That's what it says. It didn't happen. It doesn't.
Uh-huh.
And I bring it up to homies just because I like messing with him, because I'm like, wait a minute, fool, you talking all shit about SPM, but
Yeah.
you praise Tupac. You think Tupac?
Well, I can tell you from a gangster aspect in the jail, when we check your paperwork, we don't have time for your reason.
Yeah.
There is no time for reason. Is
And
it on
there's
black and
also-
white? And that's a wrap once it's there.
And there's also a big difference between like SPM. His situation was a child.
Yeah, child, 9-year-old.
Not like some groupie, like, I'm not saying like it's okay to assault anybody in any kind of fashion. But I think too, like the young people, they separate the music from the actual situation today.
Of course,
Like they don't hold their artists accountable.
But if Tupac,
like how we did.
but if Tupac was an essay, and he got convicted for that,
He'd be held
we wouldn't
accountable.
fuck with him.
Yeah.
If he was an essay, Tupac was a Southsider, they would say fuck Tupac.
And
fool.
here's the thing: as someone who like loves Tupac, I know every
Good, perfect.
Yeah. No, as somebody who knows every lyric, it's something that like I've always chalked up in my head is that chick's a liar. He didn't do it.
Yeah, but
I mean, I've seen the documentaries. I know I have all the information of the case, and I made the judgment that he didn't do
see,
it.
there you go. A perfect SPM.
Yeah.
A perfect SPM type guy.
But if it was, I mean, yeah,
you know what I
SPM is
noticed, Joe?
trash. You know what I mean?
If it's your hero,
Yeah.
if it's your hero, you're like, it didn't happen. Go ahead, caller.
Because like the thing I noticed about like when people like the two main people that have been asked about SPM recently, like the Mexican OT,
Yeah.
he kind of goes around the question and like dodges in like, oh, like, you know, he's my boy, da da da. And just like how I saw Chingo Bling on your podcast and Tony's podcast, and the way that he was answering, I felt like I tried to call in, but like, the fucking call dropped to ask him. But like I feel like if I would have asked him, it would have been kind of the same bullshit answer that OT gave, which was
I can tell you 100%. I don't know if he would have answered you, but I got an answer from Chingo, and it wouldn't have been the answer you thought he would have gave you. He was very honest.
It wasn't what?
No, I'm just telling you. I won't say what he told me, bro. It's between us, but it wasn't what you would think he would say. He was very he was very honest, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So yeah. So see, like anything else, you're pinning Chingo on the wrong thing. I'm like, but yeah, it wasn't the answer you would have thought, because a lot of people do go away from that answer. But it's gonna be very interesting when the guy gets out, because I mean, and people sit there. It didn't happen, dude. He's doing 45 years, homie. Yeah. It's done. It's convicted. Oh, you can't believe paperwork. I'm like, what world do we live in? That's what you live and die by in jail. But
all right, real quick,
go ahead. It's like R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, all those guys.
Yeah.
What's that?
Which Texas school gets out first, Yolanda or SPM?
Yolanda's gonna get out. She's gonna get out in I think next year. You're talking about the one who killed
Yeah.
Salinas.
No, she's getting
out.
out.
Oh, that's right. It's coming up.
Yeah, fool, I'm gonna get the first interview, fool.
Which piece of shit gets out first?
She's gonna get out.
You think so?
Yeah, she's getting out. She's getting out before him. I think she.
Does the world hate her?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She got a.
The world-
That I
What a
guarantee that
terrible
I don't I think something will happen to her.
Yeah,
I can guarantee
see
something
that.
will happen to her.
I can see that. Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
But I think
That was fucking Selena, dude.
she's already. Yeah, her date is due already.
She's probably gonna go straight into witness protection program.
No, if Sammy the Bull hasn't got hit.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, we live in a different world.
She's gonna be on Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Like,
American Cholo and everything. So tell me.
So, ma'am.
Yeah, but I think she'll get out first, brother. So Texas got a lot of garbage to take care of, homie.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, man.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate the call, homeboy.
Hey, I'm
All
gonna
right,
get
Gil. Have a good night.
Keep bumping Tupac, fool.
I'm gonna get a big ass giraffe.
No problem.
I'm gonna get a
And I say that Tupac, it's a great way to put people on the spot. It's
true.
Right?
So what are you gonna do?
No,
It's a fact.
Hey, Pac would have been on the registry. He would have been on Megan's Law.
Yeah.
He was convicted, bro.
Yes, but certain groups, and I say this very lightly, certain groups don't take things as serious as
no, but
other
even
groups do.
us, when it comes, like I said,
know what I'm saying, right?
If Pac, I know exactly what you're saying, but if Pac was an essay, we would not mess with Pac. It wouldn't even be a conversation.
He would have got whacked. He would have got whacked probably.
Even Lonely wouldn't have been like, yeah, Pac. He would have been like, I listen to his music, but you would have been like, fuck Pac.
Yeah.
Even though Lonely may not admit it, but he would. If he would have been a Southsider, it would have been done.
Yeah.
Caller, who's this? I think we got Sacramento in the house. What's...
And then you guys are still alive, huh?
Yeah. We're talking. Homie, talk to us.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so I'm just gonna bring up two topics, bro. One's in regard to I guess people that would feel kind of. Oh, shout out to all three of y'all. But yeah.
Before I get it in, but
thank you. Before I get it in.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, let me put some respect on y'all's names.
Yeah, before I get the gun out and take my shots.
Yeah, Simon.
Shit,
But yeah, pretty much just. Yeah, it's for the disenfranchised folks out there that feel like they got to keep voting a certain way, bro, and like keep pushing on a particular side too often when it comes to like politics and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
People before they, because too much people, bro. I'm lost out, bro. I'm a homie and all that shit. And I be seeing people like talking, bro, like, and they don't think before they talk, bro. They just it's almost like the same thing, bro. Like there was a study that showed that some cat was saying that back in the day, what people considered Democrats that were like from, let's say, JFK's days, that would be considered nowadays more conservative.
Yeah, they would.
Because things have changed drastically compared to how these dudes do things from back then till now.
Absolutely.
So I think people just need to do a lot more research before they talk on subjects that they don't really know nothing about, when clearly things are happening outside.
Yeah, of course. What it is just generational. We've been voting Democrat for so many years, and that's the party that supposedly takes care of us and loves us. This, that. But in reality, if you look at the state of California, it's going to shit, man. And people will always. I saw somebody in my comment section today. Well, look at West Virginia. Those are poor ass towns. We're talking about California. If California was compared as far as a community compared to the other states, we are the billionaires. We are the elite of the country. Us, New York, Florida, there's a couple of states. We are the super rich, but we treat our people like crap, bro. We really do. We don't care about them. We care about making money for these nonprofits. We care about, just pushing certain agendas. But in reality, you can't afford living in your city. It's not safe. It's dirty. It's all
I think
messed
those
up.
nonprofits was the worst idea they ever did.
So, I see what you're saying. Absolutely, brother. To me, what I say is this. If people keep getting upset, don't vote Democrat. Just stop. And are you saying, no, I'm just saying, even if you don't want to vote Republican, it's all right. Stay out of the election. Do not vote Democrat, brother. And people get furious at me with that. But I tell them, look what they've done. And I'm not comparing it to other states. I'm comparing it to California. It's a shithole, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon, the other thing that I was going to bring up, because I wanted, to shine a little bit more light on the first subject, but the second one, and for me, it's like, I ain't really trying to touch too much on it, but it just kind of like out of, I don't know whether it'd be concern or more like speculation from what's going on the YouTube yada, like they say.
What's going on? Oh, wait, what's going on the YouTube yada, carnal?
So for me, because like I'm a different type of upstate homie, right?
Yes.
And I'm not going to get into it that much because and I'm surprised no one's really touched on it that much because there's a lot of homies out here, bro, that are fucking they were either born in SoCal or they're raised up there for a bit and they come up out here and shit migrated. Bodies migrated from down there up here. Right. So fucking we have a different we're just a different type of get down compared to the ones that are like born and raised out here,
Right.
But I've looked into so it's like a different from different lenses plus. But from what I've seen on YouTube, that different channels have been interviewing the northern guys, all right?
That they have or they haven't?
No, they have, bro. Yeah, some on like food community and other people and stuff. And I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad,
right.
Things change and stuff in life, whatever. But the only thing that I kind of notice a lot, bro, all the time, dog, when they ask that question is siempre dicen what do you think the differences between the ones down here and up there? And then the thing that these dudes have been always doing, instead of being constructive, I mean, it hasn't been that bad, bro, but they always kind of got to throw a little kick in the nuts, It's always like, the dudes from over there think that the ones from over there, they're not real. And, that whoop de whoop this and that, and it's like, well, that's one thing that I've always heard up here from this side,
right?
From them saying that that's how they would say the S word all the time, like the SCR. Yeah, we already know that. So it's like, come on, guys, get it together, man. If you guys are really trying to be on that, trying to make money and trying to be more positive, how about choose your words wisely?
There's some people that's all they got, homie, and that's what it is, man. I mean, yeah, you would hope and think they'd have different conversation to elevate their thing, but unfortunately, that's all they got, homie, and it is what it is. But when we try to do it, we try to ask obviously some better questions to try to get the conversation going and kind of fight the stereotypes instead of pushing on the stereotypes.
Yeah, because ultimately, bro, like seeing how life is going and all that, we might have to. I'm just talking, fucking different in a different dimension, dog.
Right.
But she might have to become a united front because look at what Sleepy Joe's been doing to the country, bro. And imagine if we only have people like that running it, bro, it's going to turn into...
leave Sleepy Joe alone. Leave Sleepy Joe alone. No senior citizen bashing over here.
Yeah, he has anxiety. Leave him alone.
It's going to turn into Cuba eventually, bro. So it's like eventually, we got like-minded folks that get together and make some positive shit happen, bro.
For sure, homie. For sure. Hey, my man.
I don't know. Well, I'll let you guys go, Doug.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the
Thank
phone
you, brother.
call. All right, Chris, give us some intro music out of here, man. It's getting late. I got to work tomorrow, man.
Me too.
Oh, hey, this was good stuff, man.
Me too.
You guys ready to do this?
I'm gonna get you a giraffe stuffed animal. You can put it right here on the stage. A big ass one too.
He's gonna have the back like this big, fool. Like, nah, I'm good.
Let's set it right there, right in the front. I'll watch. Next time I'm coming with a giraffe.
Smash that like, smash that subscribe button, share the channel, share the message. We're here to have those tough conversations that some people don't want to have or maybe just can't have, man.
And please don't buy Skittles from Walmart.
Yeah, don't buy Skittles from Walmart. With that, people, we're out. Notorious got an interview. He's got an interview Wednesday. I don't think I got anything lined up for Thursday or Friday. Anybody wants to get at me, wants to do not an interview. I want to do another one of these boys, man. I love this. I love these episodes, man. With that, people, we're out. You know what it is. Have a good one. Stay blessed. Thank you.